So today's training number 242, with topic title for today is faith, attitude, and consistency. All right. You guys are going to want a copy of what I'm about to give to you guys today. I want you right now to go to my Instagram. If you're not there already, Brandon Boyd Official. Put in the DM you want the PDF and the video of this recording. I'm going to give it to you guys today. This is going to be a huge training because I'm going to do a share screen for all those who are on social media. You can't see it right now. You will get a copy of this if you request it in the Instagram DM. But faith, attitude, and consistency. This is really what I call the formula. And you can kind of see the way that this is shaped. Faith at the top, attitude in the middle, and consistency. And I'm going to kind of break these down because I think that this is important for you guys to really understand that these three things right here have been the major contributing factor to my success inside of this industry. Okay. And really any industry that I'd be a part of, you need faith, you got to have a good attitude, and you need to be consistent. Yes, you need to work with the right people. Yes, you need the right platform, but faith, attitude, and consistency to me are the most important ingredients to have in order to be successful long term. So faith, another word for faith is, I say, belief, right? And then with belief, faith is really taking the first step, even when you don't see the whole staircase. That's what Martin Luther King said. He said, you've got to be willing and have that belief, even when you can't see everything forward for how it's going to work, that you take that step anyway. Now, this is important because, look, I don't care if you're trading. Sometimes you can't see what's about to happen, but you at least have an idea of what could happen. So therefore you make a prediction, right? But that's kind of how life is. We have faith. Like, we don't know if someone gets married, if they're going to stay married. We don't know if someone goes to the gym or runs a marathon, if they're going to either get in shape or come back again. But yet we have the faith that if we go and do those things, that improvement can happen, right? Faith, here's what I tell people, and I got this from a great leader as well. Doubt your doubts before you doubt your faith. Sometimes we invest more in our doubts than we do our faith, and then we wonder why we are not where we want to be. Doubt your doubts. So put actually more doubt into your doubts than into your faith. In fact, there was a really good book that I read a number of years ago, probably about 10 years ago now, and it says, feel the fear and do it anyway. Feel the fear and do it anyway. Everyone's going to have fear. Everyone's going to be nervous. Everyone's going to be scared of different things, but feel the fear and do it anyway. Doubt your doubts before you doubt your faith. Okay. Faith is trusting in God. Now, some of you may watch this and say, I don't believe in God, but probably most of you do. Faith is trusting in God, even when you don't understand why things are happening the way they are. Faith is being able to trust God, even when you don't understand. Why is this happening? In fact, some people say, well, why is it happening to me? And the answer is, why not me? And if not me, then who? Right? It's happening for you, not to you. That trading failure happened for you, not to you. Why? So that you could learn, so that you could gain wisdom, right? Here's another thing. When people leave your business, you lose customers, you lose leaders. That is being able to put trust, knowing that God is about to bring somebody even bigger. That person left, a better one is coming. That is my mindset. I have people who leave the organization on a daily basis, but I always know that it's for a greater purpose, that it doesn't happen to me, but that it happens for me. Okay. All right. So faith is moving forward regardless of the circumstances and the problems around you. Let me tell you something. You guys got to keep moving forward. No matter what's going on in your life. I'm constantly amazed how many people are kind of redeciding their future, right? They're redeciding all the time whether they should get started with something. They're redeciding all the time on if they should exercise or trade or build a business or whatever. Look, everybody's got different circumstances. Everyone's got different problems, right? Here's the thing. No matter what has happened to me, I always keep moving forward anyway. When I broke my hand, I mean, some of you probably can't see, but I have a scar in the middle of my hand. It's probably about 2 to 3 inches long, somewhere in that range. I was told that you're not going to be able to exercise for about 30 to 60 days. They had to put 4 screws down and stuff like that. My hand's fine now, but this was a few years ago. The next morning, against doctor's orders, I was in the gym doing abs and working my legs. Guys, everyone's going to have circumstances. Everyone's going to have problems. You're all going to have stuff that happens, right? But at the end of the day, it's you keep moving forward regardless of those things happening in your life, okay? So one of the great scriptures in the Bible, say, meaning believe. So you have to say or believe the things that are not, meaning like they're not right now, as though they were already. So we have to believe we are chairman before we hit chairman. We have to believe that we have a great trading account before we have a great trading account. So these are things we have to put out there, not just saying it in your mind, but you have to write it down and you need to say it out loud. That doesn't mean that you need to yell it, but you need to say it out loud. It is a declaration, not just an affirmation. Okay. Now, here's the other thing. And I love Napoleon Hill's quote. He said, desire backed by faith knows no such word as impossible. So first of all, you have to have a burning white heat of desire. That desire needs to be backed by tremendous amount of faith. We know that faith can do what? The grain of a mustard seed can move mountains. There is no impossible, right? In fact, if you look at the word impossible right there, what does it say if you break that down? I'm possible. It's not impossible. I'm possible. Share that on social media. I'm possible. It's not impossible. You are possible. I am possible. Okay. All right. Second, you need this ingredient, a great attitude. Now, a lot of times people will tell me all you need is just to have a good attitude. That's not true. But attitude is the difference maker. It's not everything, but it is the difference maker. Attitude is what will make the difference in your life. It will make the difference in your business. It will make the difference in your relationships. It will make the difference in your trading. I am the incurable optimist. I am positive that I'm positive that I know that I will be successful. Some people say I'm already successful, but I know I'll be more successful financially, health-wise, my marriage, my spirituality. I'm going to be more successful than I've been these last 10 years. Okay. It is the difference maker. In fact, they actually say employers, the number one thing they look for is not the resume. It's actually the attitude. The attitude is really what they want to be around, not just what's on your resume. See, a leader's attitude is duplicated more quickly than a leader's actions. So the attitude is the most important piece. Yes, you want to put in the action, right? But the attitude before the action is actually the critical component there. People may hear your words, but they feel your attitude. People may hear your words, but they feel your attitude. You can't fake that. At least you can fake it for a day, maybe an hour, maybe a week. But they hear what? Nothing. Not just your words. They feel your attitude. It is a feeling that they can get. Some people call it the spirit, this impression. They can feel it. It almost exudes out of you. What kind of attitude you have? Look, it is easy to piss and moan and groan and be angry at the economy, angry at the government, angry at the country. But you got to put yourself in a position where that you are known as a person that no matter what is happening around you, it's really what's going on inside of you. And it's that you have this incurable optimistic attitude. I'm an incurable optimist. It is who I am. I know that good things are coming to me, that they're around the corner, no matter what is happening around me. Okay. And John C. Maxwell, he gave a great quote. He said, your attitude is either your best friend or your worst enemy, your greatest asset or your greatest liability. My friends, I want you to put a 111 inside the chat if you feel that your attitude this year has been your worst enemy. And let's be transparent. If your attitude has kind of been your worst enemy, like you've been pissing, moaning, and groaning, been negative, right? Far more negative than positive, then put a 111 inside the chat. Look, we can't change what we don't acknowledge. But here's the good news. From today forward, your attitude can be your greatest asset. It is no longer a liability. Look, like anybody else, I get upset. There are days that stuff happens, whether it's with my kids or say that my wife had a growing discussion or something like that about parenting, or something happens in the business, I got to put out fires, or something happened in the markets. It's like, oh my gosh, dude, I totally was wrong on that trade. My attitude is my greatest asset. That's what I would say about me. And it didn't come naturally. I was not always this way. I had to work to become this way. I would say that back in high school, I was a very hard worker. I was really good at sports, but I will say this. I believe that I actually had kind of a negative attitude. Now, some of my friends may not say that about me, but I look back now, I'm like, man, I actually had kind of a piss poor attitude, right? Today, that's not the case. I have a great attitude today. I had to work at it. Personal development helped. Listening to audios helped. Surrounding myself with the right people. It changed my attitude from 19 to the age I am today, 42. So 23 years. My attitude has been far better and continues to improve. Now, the last one I want to talk about today, this third part of the formula, this ingredient, is consistency. It's action. This is the thing that I am personally most known for, is I'm a very consistent, persistent, disciplined person. This is probably in my DNA. It is probably within me. My father's this way. He grew up on a farm. My mom is very consistent. My wake up time is consistent. I wake up on Saturday the same time that I do really any other day of the week. Okay. So consistency has been, and I want to break this down because this really is a big one. It's really one that I feel like that most people struggle with. Here's a reality. You guys know, many of you know that I have a show called Morning Motivation. But the reality is this: motivation gets you going. Discipline keeps you growing. Discipline equals freedom. See, I am no longer a believer that you just need to get motivated. Like, motivation is great. And that's why I have the title of the show, Morning Motivation. It gets you going, but it is overrated. If you rely on it, you are in trouble. Discipline keeps you growing. Discipline is what gets me to the gym when I don't feel like it. I got home from a family reunion about a week ago. We had traveled that day a number of hours and packed up, and I was up early that morning. I did not feel like going to the gym. I went anyway. I had unloaded the car. I'd helped get the laundry going. I did not feel like going to the gym. In fact, I deserved to stay home. But I said, no, if you want to be elite, you forget your feelings and you just do it. See, you act in spite of your mood. Who cares what you feel like? We know you're tired. We know you don't feel well. We know you have anxiety, maybe some depression, maybe some sadness, whatever it is that you're going through. You act anyway. Discipline keeps you growing, okay? Here's what I found is it doesn't matter how talented you are or what opportunities you have had. If you want to grow, consistency is the key. How many people right now, put a 222 inside the chat. How many people do you know are super talented and they're not achieving? They're smart, they have degrees, they have all the talent in the world. They have the physical talent, they even have the looks, they have the charisma, that kind of thing, and they're not achieving. Put a 222 inside the chat. If you want to grow, consistency is the key. Let me tell you why. Because work will outdo talent when talent won't work. We got so many people who are so talented, they're not willing to put in the consistent work. I know that over time, my consistency would pay off, and so will yours. They might be smarter than me. They might be better looking, taller, stronger. They might have had better grades, came from a better family, better background. My consistency will pass them up. Okay. So again, talent is good. Opportunities are great, but long-term consistency, the actions on a consistent basis is what's going to pull you through. Okay. All right. Small disciplines with consistency, repeated daily, lead to great achievements over time. So again, these are small disciplines. There's a saying, by small and simple things are great things brought to pass. So discipline with consistency, repeated daily, leads to great achievements. Look at this. Okay. These business trophies right here, including the Hall of Fame and a $10,000 ring, okay, filled with diamonds. These are an example of small disciplines with consistency, repeated daily, lead to great achievements over time. Those things did not happen overnight. But over the years, even the decades of consistency, they've paid off. I live in my dream house. I have my dream wife, my dream family. Heck, some could even say you could have a dream watch, right? Dream vacations, whatever those dreams are, the consistency has paid off. I'm so grateful that I did not give up, that I did not give in, right? The small disciplines, all right? See, we become what we want by consistently doing the things each day that others don't feel like doing. I just talked about that a second ago. Let's be real. You're not going to feel like doing a whole lot of stuff. Okay, when you wake up, I got a headache, don't feel well, tired from yesterday, whatever the excuses are. We don't feel like doing crap. We get that. Like you don't and I don't. But the difference between those who are successful and those who are unsuccessful is that successful people do it anyway. That is the difference. I don't feel like doing the stuff just like you. I want to eat a cookie. I want chips. I want ice cream. I like the same food. I want to rest. I don't want to show the plan. I don't want to have to get on Go Live 10 times a week. I want to sleep in on Saturday, but I don't, because I want to be a champ. I want to be elite. I want to be the uncommon father, uncommon businessman, uncommon spiritual leader. If you want to be uncommon, put uncommon inside of the chat, because consistently doing the things that we do not feel like doing, which is discipline, equals freedom in your life. Your dreams and your goals will come to pass because that is the way that you live. And that's why this quote, if you are persistent, you will get it. If you are consistent, you will keep it. Here's the analogy I like to give. How many people in their business hit a rank and then lose it? Hit a rank and then lose it. Eventually, you got to be consistent. You can't sit here and say, well, I hit platinum 1,000, time to rest. No, or I hit 50,000 in my trading account, time to rest, right? Persistency is good. I'm a very persistent individual, but consistency is better. Consistency enables you to not just hit a rank, but keep the rank and grow the rank. And yes, you're going to have ups and downs and ebbs and flows of life. You can have an injury that sets you back at the gym, right? You can have different family issues, but consistency will keep a relationship together, at least a lot of the times, right? Not every time, but consistency in the gym, doing the right things, eating the right foods, right? That's going to keep you in good health. Consistency in the markets with your risk management. That's going to be the thing to help you long-term become successful as a trader, as a business builder, and in life in general. Guys, this is the formula: faith, attitude, consistency. These three things I've implemented in my life. I've had them. I've had a very strong belief, a phenomenal attitude, and I've probably been one of the most consistent people that I personally know year after year after year after decade, 28 years in the gym, 23 years in this industry, all the years of marriage, my 6 children. I've been consistent on dates since 2010, every week taking my kids on dates, every week taking my wife on dates. This is the formula for winning. Guys, if you want this recording, if you want this PDF, go to Brandon Boyd Official on Instagram, request the PDF, request the recording, and I'm going to give each and every one of you a copy of this today. I hope that this training has been helpful to each and every one of you. This has been training number 242. Topic title training is faith, attitude, and consistency. Guys, you have a great Tuesday. This is Brandon Boyd signing off. Have a great day, everyone. We'll talk to you soon. Thanks, everyone.